When Musa alayhi salatu was salam, when his people were going through a drought, no water, no food, no crops, plants were dying, nothing was growing, animals were dying, nothing to drink, nothing to eat, human beings were dying and suffering. Amongst them is a prophet. So the people came to Musa and said, Ya Musa, what's going on? Musa raises his hands and he says, Oh Allah, you can see what's happening to my people. Ya Allah, we're begging, we're asking for rain. Musa asked for rain, they're waiting for the clouds to come in, nothing happened. So Musa says, Ya Allah, what's happening? Now listen to what Allah says. He says, Ya Musa, from amongst your people there is one sinner. One! How many sinners are in our towns? How many of our Muslims don't pray? How many of our sisters are still unscarved? How many of our elders still cannot read Fatiha properly? Ya Musa, from amongst your people is one sinner, and because of him and him alone, I have deprived the rain from falling. So you can come to me now and talk to me about justice and wisdom and is this fair all night long. Doesn't change the fact that Allah deprived rain upon a prophet, upon people, upon innocent women and children and animals and crops because of the actions of one man. One man! So Musa turns to his people. He says, Oh my people, amongst you is a sinner. Come out and make yourself known. Imagine this man has now been addressed by a prophet, and now he comes to realize that because of my sin, because of my shortcoming that I thought no one knows about except me and Allah, now this man comes to realize that because of my shortcomings, all my people have been suffering because of my sin. Imagine that feeling. So Musa says, make yourself known, come forward. Imagine the embarrassment. So this man now realizes, so the man repents, he makes tawbah to Allah, but doesn't make himself known to Musa alayhi salatu. So Musa waits for the man to come forward, no one comes forward. Musa goes back, asks Allah, and to his amazement the rain comes and starts falling down. So yes, of course Musa is happy the rain is there, but now he's baffled. Now listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to him. He says, Ya Musa, I deprived the rain from coming because of him and him alone. But that person, he turned back to me and he asked for my forgiveness. I accepted his tawbah, and now because of him and him alone, I've allowed the rain to fall down. So Musa is now interested. He says, Oh Allah, tell me who this man is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to Musa, He says, Ya Musa, I didn't expose him when he was a sinner. What makes you think I'm going to expose him now that he's repented and turned back to me? You know what's the amazing part of this story? It's not the fact that Allah allowed the rain to come. You know what I find is interesting? What I find interesting is this man that was man enough to admit, was man enough to stand up and say, hey, I am in the wrong. He was man enough to acknowledge the fact that his shortcomings made his people suffer. And he was man enough to turn back to Allah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted him. A quality that most of us fail in. Where are those that are prepared to stand up and say, hey, you know what's happening around the world? It's because of people like me. It's because of my shortcomings. It's because of my lack of deen. It's because of my sins at night. It's because of my eyes that I can't keep down. It's because of my actions. No. We point the finger at anyone and everyone except myself. Allah says He will not change the condition of a people until they, the people, until they change the condition of themselves. My brother and sister, what you do in your life has a direct effect not only on the Muslims but upon yourself. What you do, whatever it is, your sins, whatever it is that you have in your life that is wrong and haram, it has an effect on your children. It has an effect on your mother and your father. It has an effect on the whole ummah. And the opposite is true, wallahi. When any one of you does a good action, know that not only do you benefit, but the rest of us also benefit from your good actions.